You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Covering all conversation, from dating to getting revenge on your exes. This is Talking Points with Shabazz Davis on World Improv Network.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, and welcome to Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. My name is Jerome Carmichael, filling in for Shabazz this week, who's getting his golf course manicured. Have a good day with that, Shabazz. I know you keep a great lawn. And speaking of lawns, Halloween is coming up, and you're going to have a lot of probably young trick-or-treaters, teenage hooligans, trampling all over your lawn. But there's more to it than mischief. There's also the fun of costumes. And joining us today on Talking Points is neighborhood watch captain of Bridgewater, Connecticut, Mr. Gary Hoseman.
Oh, hello. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Hello.
Now, Bridgewater, Connecticut, Mr. Hoseman, is renowned across the country as the single safest spot for Halloween in the entire country. You are on 4 years running now of no Halloween injuries, no Halloween crime. And you are largely regarded as the architect of that.
Yeah, that's right. Beforehand, a lot of it was just analog technology and really depended on individual people looking out in their neighborhoods. And, when I took over, when I became in charge, I took it digital. So, like right now on my tablet here, you can see that I have video feed of multiple city blocks. And we also have audio recorders installed at specific street lamps that can triangulate sound waves to determine where any calls of distress, gunshots, fireworks, particularly noisy dogs that continue to yap or yip or bark.
Yes. You also, I'm told, have a no chihuahuas policy in Bridgewater. Yeah. That you largely forced through the city council.
Well, that's mostly for personal reasons. My ex-wife had a couple chihuahuas, and they were largely part of why we broke up.
I hear
so
that.
I just figured I'd save everybody the trouble and help everybody's marriage out by getting rid of chihuahuas.
That's very altruistic of you, Mr. Hoseman.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Yeah.
So the secret is just large-scale monitoring. Now, you yourself, you monitor everything personally? All the video feeds, all the...
Yeah. I think of the city as a very large prison.
And you're the warden?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like to think of it. I mean,
You can say it, Mr. Hoseman. You're doing good. Be proud of your accomplishments, sir.
Yeah.
I think
it's like you said, it's the safest spot to go trick-or-treating.
Now, I know, at least in my neighborhood, one of the biggest buzzkills on Halloween are all the children that you hear getting injured by their own Halloween costume. And I would actually, I would like to present my son here as an example. This is little Jerry Carmichael, Jr. Come on out. It'll take him a minute. He's on crutches right now. Hey, Jer.
Hi, Dad. I'm a little nervous being on the show.
Oh, don't be. Now, as you can see, he broke his leg.
Sorry, guy.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell Mr. Hoseman how that happened, Jerry?
Oh, okay. Mr. Hoseman, thought it was a good idea to dress up as Assassin's Creed.
And was it a good idea, Jerry?
Well, it seemed like a good idea, but Dad, you're right. It wasn't. It wasn't a good idea, and it really hurt what happened, and I wish you maybe would have had a camera to show this, and then we could have...
We don't live in Bridgewater, Connecticut.
Well, Dad, if you made more money and maybe you weren't such a backup
Okay, do you want to go back to the closet?
Sorry.
Okay.
Dad?
No.
Father's just looking out for your own well-being. All right, little Jer?
You know what, Mr. Hoseman, you're the expert. What is wrong with Jer's costume here? What do you see that sticks out?
Well, a few things stick out. First of all, you've got some pretend sharp objects, which could actually be sharpened with a stick or a rock, or
much
maybe,
like a shiv.
Yeah. So those are dangerous weapons that you might fall on and impale yourself with. Secondly, this attire has a lot of long flowing fabric, which makes it easy to trip over yourself and, as I just mentioned, impale yourself upon these sharp objects. Thirdly, the hood you're wearing is covering your eyes, so you can't see where you're going very well, and you might hit your head on a low-hanging branch or bridge or maybe some scaffolding, and then...
There's a lot of that in our neighborhood.
And thus leading to some stumbling, some falling, and again, impaling yourself.
And that's exactly what happened. I hit my head on some scaffolding trying to get some candy from the lady upstairs, and I couldn't see over my hood, and then I fell off her third-story steps and broke my leg.
Yep. And who told you not to wear a hood, Jer?
That was you, Dad.
Okay. Yeah.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Father knows best, all right?
Please don't put me in the closet again this year, Dad.
Well, you can go backstage, and we'll talk about the closet later. Now, thank you. Yeah, a hand for little Jerry Jr. Yeah, who's sometimes a good kid. Now, Mr. Hoseman, I only knew to avoid hoods because of your pamphlet that you distribute, Costume Cautionary Tales.
Yeah.
Now, it's larger than most pamphlets. It's 5 full pages packed with text, but very informative. What other, resources do you provide for people, and where can the general public get a copy of this pamphlet?
Oh, well, you can send a letter to neighborhoodwatch.org.
Now, that's handwritten letters only.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't do any email because that can be tracked.
Yeah.
And
by
right now,
someone other than you.
Right, such as ISIS, which we are very wary of. We've been doing some monitoring on ISIS, and they are now actually setting up costume shops. So kids are now gaining access to ISIS costumes.
Yeah.
Which,
little puzzled by the reaction of my audience.
Yeah.
I thought we had a audience of red-blooded Americans, loyal. But, hey, who am I? Who am I to
Well, you know, there
judge?
is a growing ISIS cell in Lynchburg. I'm sure you heard of. A lot of rapscallions down there in the elementary schools particularly.
Yeah, we're actually on tomorrow night's show. We're having the mayor of Himsburg on to discuss their encroaching problem.
Yeah, keep up the good fight, Himsburg. Keep up the good fight, yeah.
Now, have they contacted you at all for
ISIS?
No, Himsburg.
No, not quite. I've talked a little bit to the deputy sheriff, but we haven't laid down any formal plans. Though I might go down there and do a couple workshops on proper costume safety and also just that's kind of
one of your 5 phones is buzzing there. Mr. Hoseman, we're live on the air.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the world doesn't stop spinning, and I'm just gonna. Do you mind if I take this really quick?
No, please.
All right. Yep. What's happening? Oh, I guess the signal dropped. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I just have one last question, Mr. Hoseman.
Yeah.
given all the pitfalls that parents can run into in keeping their kids safe, especially with regards to costumes, what are the top costumes in your mind in terms of safety for kids this year?
In terms of safety
and general coolness, maybe a nice balance of the two.
Sure. Some of my favorites are dressing as the Blue Man Group. Also, the Red Man Group.
Okay.
Yeah. During night, red is a lot easier to see.
Yeah.
So the Blue Man Group costume is, it's more on the fun side than it is on the safe side.
Yeah. Not every city has the spotlight grid that Bridgewater has.
That's right. And lastly, Ninja Turtles. Can't have enough Ninja Turtles. The
shell keeps you safe.
Absolutely. And if you come on down to my house, I've got a personal supply of hard shell Ninja Turtle costumes.
Dad, I'm back. I just
Junior, get back in the green room.
My leg hurts, Dad. Please, would you come massage it?
I will get the hanger and leg massage when I get back there. Daddy is working right now.
Sorry,
anyway,
Dad.
Yeah, a hand for little Jerry. And a hand for Mr. Gary Hoseman, Neighborhood Watch Captain in Bridgewater, Connecticut. Mr. Hoseman, thank you for joining us this week on Talking Points.
Give the Windcast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Wind blog during the commercial break of what issues the Wind counselors can help you with during Good, Bad, Ugly. Next on KZKO.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZ.